Before showing you a very interesting table, I want to bring you material which I saw in the Israeli paper, Israel Today, and this is what they bring, very interesting material, and unfortunately it looks that something like this can be, because if you follow what is in Israel, it's almost sure that there is a war, civil war between frightening Jews. Tomorrow is going to be terrible demonstrations. They're going to block the streets and people to the airport. Frightening situation can be the end of real state of Israel. This is what people said. Some generals in the army said it's a very, very difficult situation. So what's the paper Israel Today, Israel Hayom brings? So what he brings there, a sheikh who is affiliated with Hamas, spreads an anti-Semitic theory according to which the state of Israel is nearing its end. This theory is supported by quite few theorists. You see what I'm going today, more and more theoretics. So what is the story behind this? In the legend attributed to Muhammad Rashid Rida, a religious sage whose thought had the greatest influence on the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood. According to the narrator, shortly after the establishment of the State of Israel, an elderly Iraqi Jewish woman cried in front of Rida's mother. And when asked why she was crying, the Jewish woman replied that she was crying because the State of Israel will not exist for more than 76 years. Frightening. No, if you take 1948 and you add 76, no, 1 year more. Calculation made by Ellison. Now, Ellison is a Jewish researcher, which also quite a lot of material he brought, and he went into all these kind of things, and this is what he says. Calculation made by Ellison, the first two countries were destroyed in the 73rd year of their existence. So he speaks about the time of Israel, definitely was the time of the first temple before. So Ellison attributes the destruction to the arrival of the third generation from the establishment of the state, while the first generation, now he tried to explain why the danger to the end of Israel is now more than before, and why 73, 74, 75, as we see, years are the duration of the... So he says, unbelievable explanation. So he says that the first generation of the founders of the state is imbued with values. Right? Zionism really still their parents, their parents were religious, studies, they knew Torah, they knew what is Judaism. The second generation works to establish what is received. The third generation, where we are now, lives in a society of abundance, without clear mission and without vision. Exactly, you can see today. Nothing, no Zionism, nothing at all, no different, can be the Knesset Arabs, and nothing, none. And you can see really what Lapid, Lieberman, all these people, what is their ideal? No Netanyahu, רק לא ביבי, nothing more, no values, no vision, not... So, definitely a country with no values, nothing, it cannot last for a long time. So this is what he says, amazing. Yeah, I said a long time ago, You can see it so clearly today. So today it says this is society of abundance without a clear mission and without a vision. So in the third generation, patriarchal wars break out. The country is destroyed, and the people go into exile. No, I will not speak, but this is how the destruction of the first temple happened, and this is how the destruction of the second temple was also exactly fighting within Jews. Yeah. Now, at the beginning of the 70th year of the State of Israel, no, to see what can be. So this is taken from the paper Israel Today, Israel Hayom. So let us, so after I saw this, you know, it is so logical that no country with no values, nothing really cannot exist. So I looked whether such things in the Bible code, which is the blueprint of creation. So it's written, Kes, Medinat, Israel, could not be in one sentence, but we're meeting Kes, Medinat, Israel, and who bring to it Amalek, the Amalekite, which is Iran, evil forces, Fatah, and Hamas, you know, amazing Hamas. These people really, you know, when they see what is going in Israel, you know, Jews fighting one with the other. Pilots said they are not going to fly, even when be a war, no? So definitely Fatah, Iran, which comes here in black, they're so happy. Now easily can fight, because, you know, the pilots will not fly, you know, frightening, So easily can be the end of the country, also physically, not spiritually. So here you have Iran, Amalek, and you have Hamas, Fatah, and then you have HaTerror, the terror, right? And you see the leftists, the small, threaten, a great threaten of the leftists, because they are with the Arabs together, they don't mind at all that it will be Palestine, not Israel, So, looking into it, we see clearly that only by keeping the Torah in the center, you have the word Torah, by keeping the Torah, this is the only thing which will keep Jews carrying on the counting carry on, not fight each other, and this fighting, even they are threatening to kill. Clearly they said, they wanted to kill the minister Ben Gvir is frightening, and others are small, the red, the leftists. This is they are doing all the troubles now, So, hoping the Jews will keep the Torah, then we have Elijah will come, then Mashiach, Messiah of God, and Zil Briti Shalom, then will be peace. And again, you have son of Jesse, interesting, when Ishai comes, son of Jesse. And the danger, the threat is very great now, because even Arabs in the country, we saw what they did, and nobody can go into Arab village today, to Hovera. Why? Because immediately the Arabs jump to kill them, lynch, right? So how can you live in such a way? So interesting and significant tale. By the way, this is a verse when the angel said to Jacob, no more your name will be Jacob, but Israel. He said, what is Israel? He said, Israel. The verse says, Yashar Kel, to be straight with God. Yesh Kel, to teach the word, there is God, right? Yesh Kel. Then Sarekel, ministers of God. Shir Kel, to sing, to praise God. This is the purpose of this. This is why God created them, to praise God, to respect, to honor God. And what is written, I did not translate it, exactly what this researcher Ellison said. they will come to the land, they will be satisfied, full of food, and then, we'll go to other idols, to evil inclinations and so on. Exactly what is happening. Then as soon as they will despise me and they will break my covenant, and Yatsuni, despising me, is like the Nazi. So we know that names of countries of people is not coincidence. So Nazi, as called Nazi, Nazi means somebody who despises God, curses God. And this is the reason why we have this forum and so on who brought this Holocaust, you see, so because of Anton Yatsuni broke the covenant. It's interesting, a very significant table for our time.